Hello guys. The Hello guys. Today's video we will talk about sentence parts, which are the subject and the predicate. You wish to write a correct sentence? Learn it from here in 25 minutes. Let's get into it. Now, before we learn how to write a sentence, we must learn first what a sentence is. Basically, a sentence is a word or group of words that expresses a complete idea. Okay? Again, a sentence is a word or group of words that expresses a complete idea. Now the question is, when can we know that the word or group of words is expressing a complete idea? That's the big question there. When can we know? Right? So the answer is simple. When you understand what the message the sentence is bringing. You understand the thought of the sentence. Now, let me give you an example of this. In our sentence, he takes a picture of his dog. We would ask, who takes a picture? So your answer will be he. Right? Now, if you're going to ask a different question, we would ask, what did he take? So the answer is still in the sentence. We will answer a picture of his dog. See? If you would ask different questions, you would be able to give the answer because you understand what the message the sentence is bringing. Why? Because it expresses a complete idea. Do you get it? So I will give you another example. Okay, so I will give you another example. Sorry. Of a group of words that expresses a complete idea. So let me give you another example of a group of words that expresses a complete idea. Okay, so our sentence says, the dog pants under the sun. Right. So we would ask the question, who pants under the sun? So your answer will be the dog. The dog. If we are going to ask a different question, we would ask, what does the dog do under the sun? So your answer would be pants under the sun. Now you would ask, how did we arrive in these answers? We were able to answer the question because we understand what the message the sentence is bringing, and at the same time we were able to answer different questions based on the group of words being presented. So I'll give you another one example. So another example for you to analyze. So our third sentence is I gave him water to drink. Because my dog is panting, so I decided to give him a water to drink. So our sentence says I gave him water to drink. Keep on repeating on this. All right, so we would ask a question, who gave him water to drink? The answer is I gave him water to drink. So if we're going to ask a different question, what did I give him to drink? So our answer will be water. Now you would ask again, how did we arrive in these answers? Because we understand what the message, the sentence is bringing, and we took our answers from this group of words. Amen. Okay, so no matter what kind of questions we are going to ask, as long as we understand what the sentence is all about, and we can get, we will be able to give the correct answer, because we understand what the sentence is all about, and the group of words here is giving us the exact answer for the questions that anybody can ask out from this group. Now, aside from the fact that a sentence is expressing a complete thought or expressing a complete idea, it should have also the two basic parts. Okay? So we learned this when we were in elementary. This is the basic subject which we learned in our English class before. Now, there should be a subject and there should be a predicate. If you could refresh your mind, when we were in elementary, we usually underline the subject once and then the predicate twice. A subject is the one being spoken or the one being talked about in a sentence, while the predicate says something about the subject. Now let's take the first example. In our sentence, he takes a picture of his dog. So we would ask, who is being spoken in the sentence, or who is being talked about in the sentence? So our answer is he. Okay. What about takes a picture of his dog? Okay. Takes a picture of his dog now becomes our predicate. Why? Because it says something about our subject, which is the he. What does he do? You would ask. So the answer is he takes a picture of his dog. Who is taking, or who takes a picture of his dog? He is the answer. So we have here the subject, he, and we have the predicate, which is takes a picture of his dog. Let's take another example. In our sentence, number 2, we have the dog pants under the sun. What is being talked about here in the sentence? So our answer is the dog. Now, we would ask, what does the dog do under the sun? Our answer will be pants under the sun. So since the dog here is the one being talked about in a sentence, so dog here becomes now our subject, while pants here under the sun, which is speaking something about the subject, becomes now our predicate of the sentence. Alright, so I underlined it twice. The same with the first one. He here is our subject, while takes a picture of his dog becomes our predicate. You understand it? Alright, so let's have the third example. Third example, I gave him water to drink. Now, who is being talked about here in our third example of a sentence? So our answer is I being talked about in a sentence. This now becomes our subject. Now, I would ask, what do I give him to drink? So our answer is I give him, water to drink. So this now becomes our predicate because it says something about our subject, which is the I. Right? Now, this is very easy. In order for us to easily understand the difference between a subject and a predicate, there is another way of knowing this. So first, your predicate starts with your verb, the verb of the sentence. So in our first example, we have takes a picture of his dog. So as you can notice, the predicate begins with your verb, which is takes. The same with our second example. Our predicate starts with our verb, which is pants. And the same with number 3. Our predicate starts with our verb, which is give. Now, that's very easy. Erase, erase, erase. Make it clean. And let the ideas fit in this small whiteboard. Alright. It's time for us to apply what we have learned from our discussion. So we will test the following group of words or groups of words if they are a sentence or they are not a sentence. So we will write S if it is a sentence, or we will write N for not a sentence. Let's take the first one. My dog panted. So let us ask a question first. Do you understand what the message the sentence is bringing? If your answer is yes, and then proceed to test number 2, which is identifying the subject and the predicate of the sentence. Now, in our first sentence or first group of word we have here, my dog panted, we have the subject. Yes, there is a subject, which is my dog. What about the predicate? Oh, there's no predicate because there's only one word in here. So we cannot say that because I mentioned it a while ago that your predicate starts with your verb. So it starts here. Now panted here, though there's only one word, it can still serve as the predicate of the sentence. So we have the subject, and we have here the predicate of the sentence. Are the parts complete? Yes, because there is the subject and there is the predicate, and you understand the message of the sentence. Therefore, we say that this is a sentence. Right. Let's proceed to the next group of words. So it says, giving him water. Do you understand the message of this group of words? Giving him water. Who is giving him water? So it's not complete. Something is lacking in here. So it's hard for us to understand. Now let's proceed to the second test. Is there a subject in the sentence? Giving him water. Who is giving him the water? There is no answer. So there is no subject, and therefore, since there is no subject, it is also hard for us to identify the predicate of the sentence. That means that the entire group of words here is not a sentence. That's very clear. Okay, not a sentence. What about number 3? Number 3, group of words says played under the sun. Do you understand the message of the group here, the group of words here? Played under the sun. Who is or what is playing under the sun? So it's not complete. Something is lacking. Therefore, let's proceed to the next test, which is the subject and the predicate. We have the subject here. Who is that or what is that playing under the sun? So there is no answer. And therefore, since there is no subject in the sentence, it is also hard for us to identify the predicate of the sentence. Now, number 3, you're getting it right. That is not a sentence. Right? Let's proceed to number 4. We are 2 more down before I take my dinner, because my dinner is ready. Number 4, we have here the group of words again, the group of words. We have, I took him a picture. Do you understand the message of the group of words here? I took him a picture. Yes, we understand that. Is there a subject? Yes, there is a subject, which is I. What about the predicate? Is there a predicate? Yes, there is a predicate, because your predicate starts with your verb. So it's here. Took him a picture. Subject, and we have the predicate. Is this a sentence? Yes, this is a sentence. Right, and the last one we have, we love him so much. We love our dog so much. So, do you understand what the message, or what's the message of the group of words here? Yes, we understand it. We love him so much. We love our dog so much. So is there a subject in the sentence? Yes, there is a subject. We have we here as our subject. What about predicate? Predicate starts with your verb, right? Since there is a subject and there is a predicate, therefore this is a sentence. Right. So, I think I need to have a part 2 discussion about sentence construction, because this topic is quite broad. We need enough time to discuss the second part, which is how to construct a sentence. So pardon me because in my introduction of the message or introduction of the video, I promise you there to I promise to teach you how to write a sentence. But since in this topic alone we have spent so much time, so I guess I have to make another video which is part 2, and that's a time for me to teach you how to write a sentence, because it's hard for me to teach you how to write a sentence without teaching you what a sentence is all about and what are the two parts of a sentence. We cannot go there. We cannot discuss immediately how to construct a sentence because this topic is not easy. So I have to divide the video into 2 parts. So watch for my next video, which is the construction of sentence using basic sentence patterns. Right, so that's all for today. See you in my part 2 of the video. Good night.
Lupi! Wah! Wah! Kapyut, bunda! Kapyut di gani, oh!
Go. Itoy, ay mata itoy.
Tipos ni. Ano?
Thank you for watching. Subscribe now and hit the bell notification for you to get updated with my channel.